Noda district of Charlotte, and this, besides just walking around a little bit and seeing
hot sauce, right?
Besides just walking around a little bit and seeing sidewalks and buildings, which we'll do again in a minute. There really hasn't been much of anything. I found a lot of the modern architecture in the city to be pretty. We're at a taco place right now because we've been to a taco place 3 times every city. Where I got a burrito and it was the size of my head and it was quite good. But they keep yelling people's names. You probably heard it a few times already. We're thinking we're going to leave Charlotte probably tonight and drive to... I already forgot the name of it. Somewhere. We're going to sleep in the car tonight at a rest stop. That was part of the plan for tonight. Anyway. The art district of Noda. It's nice. It's good. That was 2 days ago, I think.
I ate some of the best tacos I've ever had in my entire life. I had a chorizo and one just called cabeza, which I had to Google, I had to Google it really discreetly on my phone. The beef was all from the head and the cheek of the cow. It's amazing, just so tender and flavorful. They were legit some of the most delicious tacos I've ever had. They were $2.50 each. The whole menu was in Spanish. They were in the middle of absolutely nowhere, farmland, North Carolina. So good. Way better than these tacos. Amazing. They made me cry.
For context, Elizabeth is trying to rip off one of those city cycle rent-a-scooter programs. She doesn't want to pay the $1. There's a mattress. She doesn't want to pay the $1, so she's going to use manual power, which is clearly more efficient.
I'm going to pay the $1. I'm going to see how far $1 gets me. How do I even do this?
Scan the QR code.
Yeah, but how do you scan it?
Don't you have a QR scanner? Let's take a look at this mattress.
I love an app. Stupid. Alright, well, thanks. This is how fast you go without putting $1 in.
No wonder that person threw it over the bridge.
No, it doesn't like it.
We're at a rest stop in South Carolina somewhere. Fucking palm trees behind me. I don't really see the appeal of buying palm trees. I suppose Florida ruined them for me when I was there. much like anything else in Florida, save for Stephen and Lauren, I suppose. Besides those guys. And Stephen's parents. Besides them, everything else in Florida is garbage. Well, that's the first one I've seen, although we have been driving at night, so there's a good chance that we passed some and I didn't even see them. On the lookout for little lizards, though. Who knows? So we slept up in the rest area. Elizabeth slept a couple hours, woke up, I slept a couple hours, and then drove to Charleston, South Carolina, which is so far proving pretty beautiful. Buildings are really nice to look at. Palm trees everywhere, but we saw the first one last night, so I had time to let my hatred of them boil over. Elizabeth's finding everything doubly beautiful and has taken many pictures. We've been here 12 minutes and she's had to empty her phone 3 times. That's not true, and it's too early in the morning for her to find me funny.
Yeah.
But I assure you, it is funny.
Hold on, one more and then we're going to keep walking. This country against this people. No.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the South Carolina 703, Coleman Boulevard ramp to Sullivan's Island.
So we decided to come out to the ocean. We're at Sullivan's Island near Charleston. It's about a 20-minute drive. It's halfway between this and where we're trying to camp, so it's a good spot. It's hot as shit. I don't know. It's really crazy. There's this crazy bridge that we had to cross to get over here. But the craziest fucking thing about this so far is where we had to park, which is in front of this. I don't know if showing you this is going to do it any justice. It is some totally blacked out Legends of the Hidden Temple fucking thing. It reminds me of the Titty Twister from Dusk Till Dawn. Jesus Christ, my whole brain just stopped working right then. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know what it is, but we're not allowed to go on it, but there's tons of graffiti, so it must be people don't really give that much of a shit. It's huge. It's huge and long. I don't know, maybe it was a train station at one point. It's crazy.
three-legged seagull. No one knows where the other leg went. Look at him hop. Just one. You look ridiculous. This guy thinks he's gonna eat my snacks. You're disabled.
We were at the beach all day. Whatever beach I said in the last clip. Now we're at some pizza place waiting for our food. We were on our way to the campsite, which I'm sure exists even though I have two totally different addresses for it. It definitely exists and I picked the right address to follow. We're both very sunburnt and very tired and hungry. I'm sure I picked the right address. Well, I picked the right one. We made it. We're, I forget what it's called. Francis something. National Forest. We're at the Elmer Hunt Camp, is that?
Sure.
Something like that. We just went to the bathroom and you probably can't see it, but no, you can't really see it. But the biggest fucking spider I've ever seen in my life is up there. And he's all sorts of colors too. He is. So that was the bathroom area, which means I'm not going to use that bathroom at all. I'm gonna piss somewhere else entirely. But we're in the south, so large bugs is what you get. It's evening and it's... What? Cool. She found a lizard. I'm fucking dying, it is so hot. I don't know how people live here. I have no fucking idea. So we slept, and after the strange encounter with that guy last night, it was so hot we just kind of went to sleep, and since we didn't really sleep that much, the rest stop, we got a full night's sleep, although I think both of us were up and down through the night. I have a pretty bad sunburn on my back from the ocean yesterday, so I was tossing most of the night. Elizabeth noted to me that she thought she heard the owl last night, which is, of course, you're going to, but she also said that she thought she heard two people in the woods behind our tent mimicking the owl with turkey calls, which that guy last night said he was a turkey hunter, and when we woke up this morning, he was gone. I don't know what the fuck any of that means, but it's definitely left us with an odd taste in our mouth. It's fucking hot here. The mosquitoes are ruthless. There's goddamn fire ants everywhere. The water's right next to our site, which is nice. But in general, it definitely feels like this is not going to be a multi-night site. I think we both have gotten the idea that, we're generally just not wanted here. The guy last night made a comment about, don't you know where you are? Of course I know where I am. I'm Francis Marion National Forest, fucking South Carolina. What does that mean? Elizabeth immediately thought it meant that he was saying, this is my place, get the fuck out of here, which is possible. We've seen a number of strange trucks just come in, loop around, and leave. I think it's because they were looking for their friend who is now mysteriously gone. He was right in that campsite there, and he was gone this morning. I don't know what any of it means, but we definitely got a weird feeling from this place, and I did some research online last night, and I found 4, although my friend found a 5th body that has been found in these woods in the last 6 years alone. So, I've seen enough movies to know we'll find something else to do. Now that we're heading into the south, the real south, and we're doing it in August, which was, not our best move. We have decided, we're considering anyway, just getting a couple of clip-on battery-powered fans for the car, and just doing a lot of car camping until we get to New Orleans, hang out there for a little while, and then maybe try to head a little north, which, New Orleans is on the Gulf of Mexico, so everything is north of New Orleans, but I don't know. It's hot. It's hard to think. We have our first flat tire. I say first because I might get another one. Luckily, Elizabeth got AAA before we left. We just have to wait an hour and a half for the fucking tow truck to be here. We got it pulling out of a gas station, as happens. When we pulled off, though, we ended up turning into this wealthy, southern, white, fucking rich people's neighborhood. There's a big, white, shitty pool party going on about 300 feet away from us. I don't know if you can see it over there. But occasionally they give us dirty looks because we're just hanging out under this tree. In the shade, because if we go out into the sun, we'll burst into fucking flames. But it's nice to get out on my back though. That feels good. It's the first time I've been able to lay on my back since I got the sunburn. Was that a motel you were calling?
I'm just seeing what's around. And if I get a discount, check it out.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
I'm supposed to.
I'm surprised your insurance didn't send you like a packet or something about like all the details. Tire's fixed. Well, no, that's a lie. I put a donut on. It was the cheapest option at the moment. We'll worry about going to Wal-Mart tomorrow and getting something else. But it kind of fucked us out of the plan. We had to go to Savannah. So we've checked into the Charleston Grand Hotel. Skeezy part of town, but looks like kind of nice pool, hotel with what might be a 24-hour pool.
Never surrender. Feel burn. Remember, your goal is to improve. Prove who you are. Prove how you eat. Improve what your shit smells like. Improve everything. I lost count. God damn it.
There we go.
What?
Elizabeth has her morning workout routine, and I found a PBR in the fridge. So we ended up getting a different motel. I don't know if I explained that before. We ended up getting a different motel because the one we went to, we called ahead and she's like, yeah, we have one room, come on in. So we went there.
She didn't even say that. They had vacancy. No. She told me on the phone, do you want a single or a double? I was like, a single's fine. She's like, okay, yeah, we're all out of doubles, just so you know. I was like, all right, it's fine, you don't need a double. I come in, we're standing there for 20 minutes as everybody comes up to the counter and her key machine is making the wrong keys for the wrong rooms. Everyone's freaking out. And I said to her, like, over and over again, we don't have a reservation. I need to make one now. And she kept getting sidetracked. So she forgot that I didn't have a reservation. Kept trying to look me up in the system. Then I was like, no, I don't have a reservation. We didn't make one. And she's like, oh, that's why I can't find you. And then after all that, like 25 minutes of listening to babies cry and
People getting the wrong keys made for their room.
crazy stuff, she's like, oh, my system just kicked me out. I think it's because we don't have any rooms. And then the minute we walk in here, their system goes down. So I think it's us.
So we got a new room at a new hotel. It's nicer than the last one. We got room 227, which I thought was a little funny. The last two hotels I've stayed in, I've had room 222. Very close to the trifecta. The three-peat, as the 1990 Chicago Bulls would say. But it all worked out. The night manager let us swim in the pool late at night, and it was good. All in all, a good experience. Albeit a little more expensive than we would have liked. And now we have to go to Wal-Mart and get our tire fixed, which sucks, before we can go to Savannah. Havana's a whole other thing. Can we just go to Havana? What?
Don't worry about it.